I start from saying that I got the information from Apple very quickly today, and it didn't even pass 24 hours since I've released the app for the review in Apple Store, and they already replied to me, which is surprisingly quickly. And they asked few questions. For now they rejected the app. They asked few questions about the application, exactly 5 of them, about what the application does, which is weird because I described it over there. It's required actually to describe it. Who the application is for, whether the users of the application have the free or paid account, whether they can register, how they can register, like really simple questions. So I straight away respond to them, and now again I'm waiting. Another thing is that unfortunately the handshake error that we had for some time hasn't been solved, even though we implemented the code for the solving that issue, but the user that had it still has it. So even after the updating the code, even after pushing that code to the Android Studio, which I did by the way today, with few new changes, few errors that has been solved over the past 2 weeks that people told us about. Those errors have been solved. I've pushed the code to the Google Store. Google Store accepted straight away, which is amazing, and all of the changes are already in the Google Store. So yeah, I also had a meeting with Nikiuka where we were chatting about the implementation of stuff on Surendra's side and the business side, because he is developing the APIs, and because the APIs are for some reason not working as they're supposed to. For the past 2 weeks we've been fighting with them and dealing with them to make sure that they are working as they're supposed to. We are correcting all of the stuff that has been developed over the past few months. We've been just correcting them because I would like the product or the base of the product to make a little bit better. So that's why we've spent the last 2 weeks to making sure that it works. And when the Nikiuka actually got into implementation of those APIs this week, some new errors appeared, and so Surendra had to change stuff on the database. But he did it, and now he is in the process of updating all of the APIs. So that's why we cannot really move to the development of new stuff, of new connections and of new features, because we need to make sure that the base is working 100% well, and we are all happy about how everything works. Having said that, our deadline is by the 20th of December, and from next week we should start actually developing new things, but we won't be able to do it at least for the next week, which means we have 1 week less to develop the new stuff that I want to start developing. Because what I would like to do is to really create the capital expenditure section, which I gave us 3 weeks because I knew it's gonna take longer than just a week. I gave us 3 weeks, but now the time is just really going down to 2 weeks. So after that we can develop the new features that we will have again next 3 weeks to develop. So yeah, but that doesn't think. I've also actually finished the planning, the full planning for social media, and I've started first, and it took me such a long time because I've started, or maybe I'll share it tomorrow. Let's finish for today. Thank you very much for joining me as always. That's it. I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.